The last year's been pretty tough on Mom. She lost Dad to a heart attack in March. None of us were prepared for it, but it was especially hard on Mom. Since then, it seems Mom's more frail. She doesn't drive anymore. It's as if she's aged 5 years in the past 6 months. Mom taught elementary school for 25 years. When Dad retired 10 years ago, Mom did too. Dad used to make planters that Mom would fill and give to her friends. She's a master gardener. Magazines used to photograph her handiwork. People at work used to come by and ask her opinion all the time. It seems like Mom's life has changed since she retired. She used to be in the center of things. Now she hardly leaves the house. Mom likes her independence, but it's as though her life is shrinking being all alone in that house. Not long after Dad passed, Mom began having her own health problems. The doctor called it congestive heart failure. Sometimes she can't catch her breath with just the slightest activity. We stop by whenever we can, but it's hard. There's nobody Mom's age on her street, and she doesn't feel safe driving anymore. Mom has said that the hardest thing about getting older is that your world dies before you do. I worry about her a lot. I've been really busy at work with tons of meetings. My husband, Chris, is in the final push on his company's new product, and the kids have soccer practice after school. We pick up Mom so she can watch their games, and then we try to run some of her errands. She's always complaining about being a burden. As a daughter, that just breaks my heart. Mom couldn't breathe again.
Okay, slow down.
She was gasping as she called me.
I'll be there in a minute.
What's going to happen this time? Mom was admitted to the hospital again. This was a scary one for both of us. The discharge papers have the same instructions as the last time. Make sure to take all the meds, reduce salt intake. It's not that they don't care. They're all very nice. I just keep thinking, how will this paperwork make a difference? How can we get specific advice on what we should be doing for our mom? Chris and I talked about getting some help for Mom. We need somebody who can help keep this from happening again. But who can afford that? We could try to talk her into moving into an assisted living community, but it would kill her to be without her garden. We just don't know what to do.
The last time I woke up feeling like this, I was rushed to the hospital a couple of days later. Now I have this simple device that asks me a few questions so my doctor knows how I'm doing. Things like how I feel, how hard it is to breathe. I'm connected to my entire health team. They'll even call if they need to change my prescription. I'm not left to do this all by myself. I'm not alone. What I also like is that Sarah has her life back again. I don't feel like such a burden anymore. She still picks me up for the kids' soccer games, and we still have dinner together, but she doesn't have to worry about me all the time. Ever since I joined the LinkAges community, I can get a ride to go places without having to rely on Sarah all the time. The community is my life link. It's become so much more than just a ride. I was surprised to find out how many community members were interested in gardening. I never thought that I could earn rides by helping people with their gardening. Joan and I met this way. Joan was offering rides and would drive me to the doctor's office. We've turned into pretty good friends ever since. I had no idea she lived just 2 blocks away. Now we do all sorts of things together. We're headed over to Sam's house today. His arthritis was flaring up and he was having trouble keeping up with his gardening. He found me on the LinkAges system. That's how I found out that he's quite the wizard with computers. I planted this rose when Jack died. He never wanted to leave me alone. But I think he'd be proud of me. I'm doing well. I still miss Jack, but being part of the LinkAges community really changed things for me. It's nice to be a part of a community where I still have something to offer. The doctors say it's important to stay active and engaged, but it's not as easy as it sounds at my age. I know this sounds a bit silly, but I feel like I've gotten some of my life back. And part of it is knowing that my daughter doesn't have to give up her life to take care of me. It's funny how life changes. For almost 30 years, I worried about her. Then she worried about me. Now we can spend less time worrying and more time enjoying each other.